Hi, my name is Mary Kolende and this is our HPF CPY signature class. HPF stands for Hot Power Fusion. So this is a hot yoga class that's Bikram-based. It's recommended to have a really warm and hot room. If you can, maybe turn your heater on, or you can also warm your body up by taking a hot bath right before, or you just worked out and all your muscles are already warmed up. I will cue you one water break throughout class, but feel free to take more sips of water. Also, if you need to come down to your mat or just take a breather, please do it in a way where your head is above your heart. Let's get started. All right, bring your big toes to touch and sliver your heels or find a comfortable distance between your feet. Standing Shavasana, bring your arms to your side and palms facing forward. Now press the four corners of your feet down. And draw your sternum away from your belly button as you soften your ribcage in. Reach your shoulders up toward your ears and send them down your spine. Take a deep full inhale like a balloon, fill it up. Big exhale, let it out. One more time, deep inhale. Big breath out. Inhale. Exhale, standing at attention Samasthiti. Bring your hands in front of your heart, sealed together, and lift your heart a little closer to your thumbs. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes. This is the moment to set your intention. You're never obligated to have an intention for your class, but if you'd like to use one and nothing comes to mind, I will offer you the intention of heat, tapas, to cleanse your senses, your mind, your body. Take a deep inhale, big exhale. Let's engage our Ujjayi breath. Breathe in through your nose, seal your lips, and as you breathe out through your nose, constrict the muscles in the back of your throat. Take one more inhale here. Soft exhale through your nose. Release your arms by your side, gaze out. Inhale, mountain pose Tadasana. Reach your arms up, hold and breathe. Spiral your inner thighs back as you firm your outer hips in. Rotate your biceps back and in and your triceps forward. Take one more inhale. Exhale, standing back bend, Anyavitasana. Go post your arms, shift your hip bones forward and travel your heart up and slowly back. Sink your weight forward into your tippy toes, equally also into your heels. Draw your belly button in as you open up your collarbones. Your elbows are wide. Take one more breath in here. Bend a little more on your exhale. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Hinge from your hips and draw your hands down toward the earth. Pat out your legs just for a moment, warming up your hamstrings. Release the crown of your head down toward the earth. Find stillness. Take one more breath in here. Find a deeper exhale and a deeper bend. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Place your hands onto your shins, extend the crown of your head forward. Roll your shoulders up and down your spine. Hollow out your belly and shift your weight forward into your tippy toes. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, squat and curl, lift your heels, bend your knees, dome into your spine, draw your pads down to your mat, and send your forward closer to your knees. So find a really snuggle position. Tuck your chin in more. Lift your heels up and squeeze your inner thighs, ankles, and calves together. Take one more breath in here. One more breath out. You have the option to challenge your balance here by grabbing for your legs and just hug them in. Let's flow, yogis. Inhale, mountain pose, reach high. Exhale, standing back bend. Open up your heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squat and curl. Adding on. Inhale, mountain, reach up. Exhale, find a prayer grip above your head. Inhale, send energy up. Exhale, easy side stretch to the right. Push your hips to the left and rainbow your torso over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, easy side stretch to the left. Kick your hip bones to the right and curve your torso over to the left. Inhale, mountain, open your arms. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squat and curl. Take one more breath in here. One more breath out. Moving on from our Sun A. Inhale, mountain, reach up. Exhale, find a steeper grip this time. So interlace all of your fingers besides your index fingers. So kind of like a Charlie's Angels pistol. Inhale, send energy up. Exhale, hot half moon, Ardha Chandrasana to the right. So kick your hips to the left and rainbow your torso over to the right. And then keep breathing here. Press the outer edge of your left foot down to counterbalance. Draw your navel in and square your shoulders forward. So nuzzle your left shoulder a tiny bit back. Keep your ears framed by your biceps. Take one more breath in here. Bend a little more on your exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hot half moon to the left. Kick your hips to the right and then shift your torso up and over to the left and keep breathing here. Glue down the knife edge of your right foot to counterbalance again. Draw your navel in and open up your collarbones. Nuzzle your right shoulder a tiny bit back just to find that frame around your ears with your biceps. Take one more breath in here. One more breath out and bend a little more. Inhale, come back to center, gaze up at your grip. Exhale, hot back bend. Push your hip bones forward and draw a line with your fingertips right above you onto the ceiling. Again, keep your ears between your arms. Push your hip bones forward, open up your chest, bend from your upper spine. You can always place your hands onto your lower back for more support. Take one more breath in here. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hot forward fold. Keep your spine long and your steeple grip. So slowly hinge from your hips. Find a long line of energy in your spine and guide your hands toward the earth. Release your grip. Paddle out your legs one more time, just a few times. Deeply bend into your knees. Now cup your heels with your hands. Thumbs out, fingers in. You can also stand on your fingers with your heels. Option to just grab for your calves. Take a breath in, lift up your hip bones. Exhale, hot hands to feet pose, Padahastasana. Draw your hip bones higher as you use your hugging arms to pull your torso closer to your legs, gaze back. Rock your weight forward into your tippy toes. One more breath in here. Exhale, fold a little more. Release your grip. Find your steeper grip in front of you. Strong core, long spine. Inhale with control. Come back up. Exhale, standing Shavasana. Step your feet hip width distance. Reach your arms forward. Squeeze your fingers together. Roll your shoulders up and down your spine. Take a breath in, lift the crown of your head higher. Exhale, awkward pose, part one, Utkatasana. Take a seat, so shift your weight into your heels and sink your tailbone down and back. Keep breathing here. Open up your chest, gaze right in front of you. Retract your shoulders, tiny bit more to open up your chest. Take one more breath in here. Sink a little lower on your exhale, find your edge. Inhale, come back up all the way to your tippy toes as high as you can. Exhale, awkward pose, part two. Guide yourself down like having an imaginary wall right behind you. So your shoulders are right on top of your hip bones. Focus on lifting your heels rather than coming down all the way. Squeeze your fingers together and gaze out in front of you. Take one more breath in here. Go a little lower on your exhale. Inhale, come back up. keep your arms where they are. Exhale, release your heels. Pitch into your feet like baby feet. Zip your inner thighs together so they're super glued now. Take a breath in, lift up the crown of your head. Exhale, awkward pose part 3. Your heels are coming up. Slowly slide down that imaginary wall. Shoulders stacked on top of your hip bones. Keep breathing. Hover your thighs above your calves so your legs are fully engaged. So avoid coming down all the way and just sit on your calves. Take one more breath in here. One more breath out, find your edge. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, shake it out and away. Whew. Now bring your tippy toes to touch, or again, find your comfortable distance. Standing Shavasana. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, eagle pose on the right, Garudasana. Swing your right arm underneath your left arm. Connect your wrist and palms. Option, give yourself a bear hug. Sink deeply into your seat. Reach your right leg up and cross it over your left leg. For kickstand, single or double bind. Take a breath and lift up your heart. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs together and sink lower. Keep breathing. Gaze right in front of you. And then draw your left hip bone a little more forward so your hips are squared off. In hot style Garudasana, you squeeze your elbows into your heart. So you're giving yourself a tight hug. Take one more breath in here. Stay for your exhale. Squeeze a little more and sink lower. Inhale, one-legged eagle pose. Keep your arms bound. Lift your right leg up. So your right knee is in line with your right hip crease. Exhale, eagle-armed airplane pose, Garudasana Dandasana. Travel your right foot up and back. Lean your torso forward so it becomes parallel with the earth. Spiral your right inner thigh up. So your hips are leveled toward the floor. Inhale, find your steeple grip in front of your heart. Exhale, balancing stick, Tula Dandasana. Shoot your arms forward, creating a long line of energy between your fingertips and all the way through your tippy toes that are lifted so you can point your right toes back. Ears between your biceps. Stay for one more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, standing Shavasana. Whew. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, eagle pose on the left, Garudasana. Swing your left arm underneath your right arm, or if you chose a bear hug, find it again, please. Sink deeply into your chair. Lift your left leg up and find the same expression you did before. Kickstand, single or double bind. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, sink lower, squeeze your inner thighs together. Keep breathing. Gaze right in front of you. Find your drishti, your focus point again. See if your hip bones are leveled. And then squeeze into your heart with your strong, strong arms. Take one more breath in here. One more breath out, sink a little more. In a one-legged eagle pose, keep your left leg lifted. Exhale, eagle-armed airplane pose. Kick your left foot back and up. Hinge from your hips and lower your torso forward. Gaze down, keep breathing. Shimmy your left hip bone lower so it's aligned with your right hip bone. And inhale, find your steeple grip in front of your heart. Exhale, balancing stick. Send your arms forward. As you send your arms forward, point your left toe even more back. So you're extending the line of energy in your body even more. Soft standing knee. Stay for one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, standing Shavasana. Whew. This is your official water break. And once you have gotten your water, meet me back in standing Shavasana, please. Connect your bigger toes. sliver your heels. And when you're ready, sink your weight into your left foot and reach your right foot up into a 90-degree angle, just like that. So your right knee is aligned with your right hip crease, flex your right toes. Palms facing forward, gaze out in front of you. You have the option to stay here and work on your balance and stability. Inhale, or exhale, standing forward in your pose, part 1, Dhanayamana, Janashasana. Swan dive your arms down, basket your hands right underneath your right foot. And send your right knee a little lower, just so it's in line with your right hip crease. There's almost no weight in your hands with your right foot. You have the option to stay here or exit part 2. Kick your right foot forward, extend your right leg out. Gaze at your right tippy toes. Roll your shoulders up and down your spine, hollow out your belly. Flex your right toes, option to stay here. Or exit part 3, hug your right leg in with your strong arms and draw your forehead closer to your right knee. Stay for one more breath in, one more breath out. Inhale, come back up to one-legged standing Shavasana. Exhale, kick your right foot back. Scoop your foot from the inside. Hug your inner knees together. Inhale, lift your left arm high. Exhale, standing bow pose, Dhanayamana, Dhanurasana. Kick your right foot back. And once you're done kicking, hinge from your hips, lean your torso forward. Gaze out in front of you in direction of your pointing hands. Keep breathing. Dial your right hip lower as you open up your chest. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, standing Shavasana. Whew. Let's do this one more time on the left side. So send your weight into your right leg. Lift your left leg up into a 90-degree angle. Flex your left tippy toes. If you stayed here on your right side, please do so on the left side, just to balance out your practice. You can focus here on your balance and stability. Take a breath in. Or exhale, standing forward in your pose, part 1. Send your arms down. Interlace your hands underneath your left foot into a basket. Rock your left knee lower. You have the option to stay in this pose. Or exhale, part 2. Extend your left foot out in front of you. Gaze at your left tippy toes. Loop your shoulders away from your ears toward your hip bones. And then draw your navel in. Option to stay here or exhale, part 3. Hug your left leg in your left calf with your hugging arms. Draw your forehead closer to your knee. Stay for one more breath in here. For one more breath out. Inhale, come back up to one-legged standing Shavasana. Exhale, kick your left foot back. And then scoop your foot from the inside. Kiss your knees together. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, standing bow pose. Kick your left foot back. And once you're done kicking, hinge from your hips, reach out in front of you. Breathe here. So find that counterbalance. Kick back in equal effort, reach out in front of you. Draw your left hip bone down so your hip bones have equal distance toward the earth. Firm core, open chest. Soften your standing knee for more support. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, standing Shavasana. Whew. Let's do this one more time, the last pose, just for a longer hold. Inhale, mountain, reach high. Exhale, drop your right elbow down like you're holding a silver platter right here with candy. And kick your right foot back. And then you drop the platter. And instead you grab your foot now. What a treat. And then hug your knees in. Inhale, lift your left arm high. Exhale, standing bow pose, longer hold. Kick back, take your time this time to really find this expression. This is about patience, endurance, focus, balance. So find your drishti right in front of you. Gaze at it. Keep breathing. And stay for 3. Hold for 2. Breathe for 1. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, standing Shavasana. One more time. Inhale, mountain reach high. Exhale, drop your left elbow down. This time you have a silver platter on this side. Maybe it's a golden platter this time. And then you kick your left foot back. Grab the inside of your left foot. Super glue your knees together. Inhale, reach your right arm higher. Exhale, standing bow pose, longer hold. Again, take your time. Kick back. And then slowly hinge from your hips forward, reach out in front of you. So your right hand is the extension of your right shoulder, helping you with this balance. Your right knee can be more softened just to find more foundation and support. Gaze at your drishti. Find the heat and cleanse your senses. Stay for 3. Find your edge for 2. Hold for 1. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, standing Shavasana. Whoa, we made it. Let's flow one more time, yogi. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, standing back bend, offer your heart up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Listen up, exhale, high plank. Plant your hands down. Step your feet back, hip width distance. Align your hip bones with your shoulder blades. Spike your heels over your toes. And then float your sternum forward. Gaze down, hold for 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Sink your heels down. Spike your hip bones up. Rotate your biceps forward and your triceps back. Sometimes it helps to have a wider stance with your fingers and your hands. For me it is because I have tighter shoulders. Yeah, take 1 more inhale here. Cleansing breath out. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step it through right in the middle between your hands. And then anchor down your left foot, so spin it down. Inhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Open up your arms to the front and back. Align your right knee on front on top of your ankle. Draw your belly button in as you open up your collarbones. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Gaze out in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, hot triangle, Trikonasana. So shift forward. TikTok your arms to 6 and 12. Unlike the usual Trikonasana we know, this is still with a bent left front leg. Option to gaze up. Press your right elbow into your inner right thigh and your right thigh presses back. Spiral your heart up. Stay for 1 more breath in here. 1 more breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior, Parita Virabhadrasana. Send your right arm up and rest your left hand onto your back leg. Option to gaze up. Recommit to your front lunge. Nuzzle your left shoulder behind your right, so tighten kind of. Inhale, find a side body stretch in your right rib cage. Exhale, warrior 2, come back here. Inhale, star pose, toes out, heels in, arms up, you burst open. Imagining holding fires in your hands now, heating up your entire body. Exhale, horse pose, Utthita Konasana. Bring your hands to your heart, parallel your thighs, send your knees in the direction of your tippy toes. Roll your shoulders up and down your spine. Take a breath in here. Exhale, sink a little lower. Let's do some cleansing breathing. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, pull your hands in and let it out. Ha! 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, let it out. Ha! 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Ha! Beautiful. Inhale, reach up to star. Exhale, come back 1 more time to horse. This time, let's do some strength work. So lift your right foot up. I'm going to use my left heel. And then we'll bounce here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your right foot. Lift your left heel up and bounce for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your heel. Now lift both heels up and see how that feels. And just let the heat go through your body, but let it cleanse your mind. Take a breath in here and a breath out. Sink a little more, yes. Inhale, star pose, open up. Exhale, tee out your arms, parallel your feet. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, standing separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Bikram-based, Paschimottanasana. Swan dive your arms down. Reach for the outside of your feet, your ankles, your calves. Surrender your head down. Bend into your knees gently, just to give your hamstrings a break. And also find that length in your spine. Gaze back. Take 2 or 3 cycles of breath here. And tee out your arms to the side. With control, strong core, root to rise. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, connect your hands over your head into a prayer grip. Step your left foot in. Now pivot your feet forward, hip width distance, so all your tippy toes are gazing forward. Inhale, open up your heart, reach high. Exhale, standing separate leg, forehead to knee pose, Dandayamana, Bikram-based, Janusha. Travel your hands down. Optional, stay in your prayer grip, or you can also plant your finger pads down. Tuck your chin in and connect your forehead with your right knee. If your left heel comes up, send your left foot in more by a few inches just to find that anchoring position in both feet. If you feel your hips are not equal, just draw your right hip crease back and your left hip crease forward. Stay for 1 more breath in here, 1 more breath out. Reconnect your palms in front of you if you have put them on the floor. With control, inhale, come back up. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your lower back for chest expansion grip. Inhale, puff up your chest. Pull your grip down. Exhale, toppling tree. Shift your weight forward into your right toes. Lift your left heel up and back. Hinge from your hips. Lean your torso forward. Gaze down. Now draw your palms together and away from your lower back. Soft elbows to open up your chest more. As you lift up your left heel, you can lean more forward. Take 1 more breath in here. Lift your left heel higher. Exhale, standing splits, Urdhva Prasarita, Ekapadasana. Plant your hands down. Pour your torso over your right thigh. You can bring your hands more closer to your right foot to frame your right leg. Option to challenge your balance by grabbing for your right calf. And just take 1 more breath in here. Lift your left leg higher. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot back. Plant your hands down. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Kick your right foot high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do a cleansing breath. Deep inhale. Lion's breath out. Stick out your tongue and open your eyes. Ha! 1 more time. Inhale. Lion's breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot in between your hands. Anchor down your right foot, so spin it down. So you have an arch to heel alignment. Inhale, warrior two, blossom your arms open to the front and back. Breathe here. Lift the inner arches up of your feet as you press down the knife edges of your feet as well. Stack your front knee over your ankle. Draw your hip bones closer to your floating ribs. And then melt your shoulders away from your ears. Stay for one more breath in here. One more breath out. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, hot triangle, Trikonasana. TikTok your arms again. You commit to your front lunge, please. And bring your right arm up, your left arm down. Press your left arm into your left inner thigh. And then find space in your neck, so always draw your shoulders away from your ears. If it feels good on your neck, you can gaze up. One more breath in, one more breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior, lift your left hand up, plant your right hand down, gaze up, soften your shoulders down. Commit to your lunge. Draw your navel in, hide your right shoulder behind your left shoulder. Inhale, find a side body stretch, lean back with your left hand and your torso. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, start pose, burst open again. Exhale, horse pose, hands in front of your heart. This time, serve out your legs for a moment. And then come back to stillness. This time, let's do some detoxing, twisting movements. Bring your hands to your inner thighs. Reach your torso forward. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right and up. If it cracks in your spine, that's what you needed then. It always does for me. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist and detox. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, ring it out. Ooh, there's my crack. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, horse. Inhale, start pose, open up again. Exhale, tee out your arms, parallel your feet. Inhale, glow your heart up. Exhale, separate leg stretching, hinge from your hips, lean your torso forward and grab for whatever's available. Maybe this time you want to find a different expression, that's fine. You choose what serves you best. Let your head dangle and draw your shoulders up and away from your ears toward your hip bones. And take 2 more cycles of breath here. Light bend in your knees. When you're ready, tee out your arms, draw your belly button in, root to rise. Inhale, come back up with control. Exhale, unite your hands over your head. Step your right foot in and then pivot your feet forward again. All of your toes are gazing forward. Inhale, gaze up, puff up your chest. Exhale, standing separate leg, forehead to knee pose. Hinge from your hips. Slowly lower your hands down toward the earth. Again, you have the option to stay in your prayer grip. Or for more support, bring your fingertips pads down. Draw your forehead closer to your knees. And if your right heel comes up, step your right foot more in, please. Tuck your chin in. Really find that compression in your neck. Cleansing your thyroid. Also in the hips we have some compression going, good for our digestion. And then if you feel like your hips are not leveled, try to bring it into a level position.
Take one more breath in here. And one more breath out. Connect your palms in front of you. Inhale with control, come back up. Strong legs, strong core. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your lower back. This time reverse your grip, the one that feels funky. Inhale, reach up your heart. Exhale, toppling tree, shift your weight forward, launch off your right foot. Lean your torso forward. And then press your palms together and float them away from your lower back, your sacrum. Dial your right toes down. And as you lift your right heel higher, you can lean your torso more forward. Inhale, lift your right heel higher. Exhale, standing splits. Plant your hands down to frame your left foot this time. Keep your right foot lifted and high. Send your gaze back. Drape your torso forward. Option to challenge your balance by grabbing for your left ankle or calf. And plant your hands down. Inhale, reach your right leg higher. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left foot up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's flow through the first three postures. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hot triangle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hot triangle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here. Big breath out, let it go. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Come to the top of your mat. And with deep bend in your knees, slowly with control, roll yourself up vertebra by vertebra. Take your time here. Head is last to rise. Hands to your heart. Let's do some balancing and grounding posture, more balancing. So hot tree, Vrikshasana this time on your right side. So I'm gonna mirror you this time. So bring your right foot up like this, angle out your right knee. And you can always stay here for more support like this. So find a traditional tree just inside of your left leg. Or for hot tree, you bring your right foot up, nuzzled inside of your left hip crease. You have the option to hold on to your right foot like this. Bring one hand to your heart. Maybe you want to bring both hands to your heart. And you also have the option to grow your branches here. Wherever you are, just focus on your breath. Keep breathing. Feel the heat in your body. And let it cleanse your mind. Stay for one more breath in here. Exhale, come back to Samasthiti. Let's do the left side. So angle out your left knee. You can choose if you want to do the same position as you did before. Or if you also did hot tree, then go for it. Place your left foot into the inside of your right hip crease, so really snuggled in there. A lot of times each side is different, so be mindful of that. For me, it's always the case. You can stay here and hold on to your foot, bring one hand to your heart, or bring both hands to your heart. If you like to, you can again grow your branches. Maybe this time you want to let gaze up, or just stay with it. Keep breathing here. Stay for one more breath in here. One more breath out. Samastitihi. Shake out your legs. And then come to the top of your mat. Let's flow, yogi. Inhale, mountain, reach up. Exhale, standing back bend. Make it count. Open up your chest. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squat and curl. Take one more breath in here. One more breath out. And then gaze up and slowly come down to your booty. With CPY, there's always a core section. So let's do Supta Baddha Konasana first. Come down to your back. Press your feet together. Bring your hands right behind your neck into lace. Gaze up. And this is really about your own rhythm and your own choices, okay? You need to feel good. Gaze up. Take a breath in here. Exhale, lift up your chest. And lower, lift, lower, lift. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You choose what feels right. If you want to challenge yourself more, you can lift up your feet. Press your feet together. Keep your elbows wide and draw your shoulders away from your mat. Really peel them off as high as you can while gazing up at the ceiling. So the tendency is to gaze forward and come forward. Try to just move your heart up. We're staying here for 8, 7, 6, 5, pulse in 4, in 3, pulse in 2, in 1, find your steeple grip right above and pulse it up. Just pulse it up toward the ceiling. Pulse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in, squeeze it out. Oh, let it go. And then big body stretch. Big inhale. Exhale, let it out. Squeeze it in one more time. Let's find an eagle sit-up. So bring your right leg over your left leg. You can find a single or double bind. You can always find a figure 4 instead too. Right arm underneath your left arm. Lower your hands, your feet. Take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze in. Draw your elbows toward your knees. Lower and lift. Lower, lift. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. This creates so much heat. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, that is a good one. Now left side, bring your left knee over your right leg. Single, double, bind or figure 4 legs. Left arm underneath your right arm. Take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze it in. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Draw your elbows closer to your knees, flex your toes. And breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Untangle your arms, your legs. Spread out just for a moment again. Take a breath in here. Shake it out. And then exhale, squeeze your knees in, and then rock your soul 2 or 3 times up your spine. Woo. Meet me in boat pose, Navasana. You have the choice to leave your heels down. Maybe you want to lift them up, but this is more about having a long spine. So bring your hands to your heart. We're just going to do some boat twists. So inner center, exhale, twist to the right. Center, twist. Center, twist. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Elbows wide. Move your chest rather than your arms. And if you'd like to, you can lift up your legs. But you choose what feels right. Feel the heat. Find your own pace. Again, anchor down your heels more for a long spine. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yay, we made it. And lace your legs just for a moment. Do baby cats and cows. This is a cow. This is a cat for your spine. Just to give your spine a break and some massaging. And then grab some water if you need to. Otherwise, meet me back in downward facing dog, please. Downward facing dog is where you meet. All right. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, frog pose, Malasana. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand and your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Find a seat. Draw your tailbone down. If you like to, you can use something like a block, a pillow underneath your buttocks. And then press your elbows to the inside of your inner thighs. Open up your chest. I know, this pose always gets me. So you have the option to stay here, or maybe you want to fly a frog today. I'm just going to demonstrate. You go ahead and do whatever inversions you had in mind today. So from Malasana, plant your hands down, draw your elbows in. And then all you do, you bring your knees and inner thighs to your tricep. Gaze forward, shift your weight forward. And if you like to, you bring one foot up or the other, strong core. Maybe you bring both tippy toes together. And then come back to Malasana, frog pose. Whew. Take one more cleansing breath in here. Cleansing breath out. And then come back to downward facing dog. Plant your hands down, step your feet back. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, half pigeon pose, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Bring your right knee close to your right wrist. Scoot your shin forward, flex your toes. Gaze over your right shoulder to see if your left toes are pointed back. Level your hip bones forward. Option to stay upright. Open up your chest. Option to come down into a sleeping pigeon. You can either rest your forehead onto your hands or onto your mat. Take this moment just to find some stillness. Let the heat and effort marinate into your body. 3 cycles of breath here. And slowly press yourself back up. Tuck your left toes under. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Shake it out. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, elevate your left leg. Exhale, half pigeon pose. Guide your left knee behind your left wrist. Scoot your shin forward. And then travel your right leg back. Gaze over your left shoulder. See if your right toes are pointed back. Your hip bones are leveled forward. You have the option to just stay up here. option, come back down onto your mat with your forehead or onto your hands. Acknowledge that each side could feel different. And just breathe it in. And you breathe out, finding softness in tight spaces. 3 more cycles of breath here. Slowly press yourself back up. Tuck your right toes under. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Shake it out. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to high plank. Exhale, with control, lower yourself down onto your mat. Untuck your feet. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Pin your elbows in. Inhale, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Lift up your chest. Press the top of your feet into the earth. Option to lift up your hands by 1 or 2 inches off of your mat. Spike your elbows back. Inhale, lift your heart higher. Exhale, come down to your left cheek. Rest your arms by your side. Letting go. Draw your chin back to center. Now this time, plant your palms underneath your hip bones so your hips can rest onto your forearms. Your pinkies come to touch. Anchor your chin down. Take a breath in. Exhale, half locust pose, Shalabhasana. Kick your right foot up and back. Equally press your hip bones still into your forearms. Find engagement and strong right leg. Inhale, reach your right leg higher. Exhale, lower down. Take a breath in. Exhale, half locust on the left side. Kick your left foot up and back. Unbend your left knee. Strong glutes and quads. Shift your weight into your forearms, into your shoulders. Inhale, lift your left leg higher. Exhale, lower down. Now travel your fingers closer to your knees. And this time, kiss your mat. So I'm going to demonstrate first. Inhale, half locust pose on both sides. Kick your legs up. And as you do so, shift your weight into your shoulders, into your mouth. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Untuck your hands. Come onto your right cheek. Pump your fingers. Bring some oxygen back into your arms, into your hands. Inhale, draw your chin back to center. Exhale, tee out your arms. Inhale, full locust pose, Purna Shalabhasana. Lift your chest, your arms. Keep breathing here. Lift your legs. Everything is lifted as high as you can. Open up your chest. Face your palms slightly forward. Inhale. Exhale, come down to your left cheek. Send your wings down by your side again. Draw your chin back to center. Kick your feet into your butt cheeks. Capture the outside of your feet. Draw your inner thighs together. Inhale, bow pose, Dhanurasana. Kick your feet back. Use that leverage to come up with your chest, your heart. Open up your collarbones. Keep your inner thighs closer together like they're super magnets. Flex your toes in and lift your heart higher. Come into the soft part of your belly. Find your edge. Exhale, lower down to your right cheek without slingshotting your legs back. Lower them down softly. Option to windshield wiper your legs to release tension in your lower back. Bring your chin back to center. Press yourself up. Inhale into a tabletop. Exhale, fixed firm, Supta. Bring your knees together to the top of your mat. Open your feet like a pizza slice and send your hips down onto your mat. If your hips are not reaching the floor, you can always find a seat on your heels and just stay here. If you are connected with the ground and your knees are touching and not hurting, you can slowly come down to your hands. If this feels good, you can also slowly come down to your forearms. And if you still don't have any pinching in your lower back or any pain in your knees, you can come down all the way to your back and reach for opposite elbows for full expression of fixed firm Supta Virasana. Take one breath in here, one breath out. With control, press yourself up without spiraling your spine, please. Come back up, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shake out your legs just for a moment. Lower down to your knees. Find a seat on your heels. Inhale, reach your arms up into a prayer grip. Exhale, half tortoise pose, Ardha Krimasana. Slowly draw your forehead and your pinkies down at the same time. As you do so, also sink your heels back and your hips into your heels. So there's a counter action happening. It's an active pose. You're reaching forward, press into your pinkies so your elbows lift up and sink back into your heels with your hip bones. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come onto your knees, hip width distance. Place your hands behind your lower back. Inhale, puff up your chest, push your bones forward, draw your elbows in. Exhale, camel pose, Ustrasana. Lift your heart up and slowly travel your heart back. Bend from your upper spine, push your bones forward so they're stacked right on top of your knees. Stay for one more breath in, for one more breath out. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, sit on your heels for a moment. Plant your hands onto your thighs. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Take a deep, full inhale. Full conscious exhale. Flat your eyes open. Cup your heels with your hands. So your thumbs are outside. Your fingers are inside. Take a breath in, tuck your chin in. Exhale, rabbit pose, Shashangasana. Draw your forehead closer to your knees, so dome into your spine. You have the option to stay here, or you can lift up your hips. Stay connected with your knees and your forehead, and have almost no weight in the crown of your head. You do so by really holding onto your heels with your strong arms. Tuck your chin in. And slowly lower down your hips. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, shift off to one side. Extend your legs out in front of you. Now bring your right leg at a 45-degree angle and plant the left sole inside of your right thigh. Ground down your hip bones. Inhale, reach your arms up. Find a basket. Exhale, seated, separate leg stretching, forehead to knee pose. Rotate to the right. And then slowly reach forward for Jana Shasana. Bend into your right knee. Find that forehead to knee connection. Keep your right toes flexed. Shimmy your left shoulder down. Take a breath in here. Bend a little more on your exhale. Come deeper into this expression. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, switch your legs, bring your left leg out into a 45-degree angle, and then place your right foot into the inside of your left thigh. Inhale, reach your arms up, basket your hands. Exhale, Jana Shasana to the left. So twist to the left, reach out, and then cup your foot with your hands. Draw your forehead closer to your knee, and then dial your right shoulder down to level off your shoulder blades. Take a breath in here. Exhale, sink deeper into your fold. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, extend both legs in front of you. Flex your tippy toes, bend your knees. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Hinge from your hips, reach out in front of you. And then grab for whatever's available, your foot, your ankles, your calves. See that your belly is connected with your thighs. So really we want to feel that compression in our hip creases. Lower your head down. And take a breath in here. Exhale, sink down more.
into your fold. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, surrender down to your mat. So scoot your hip bones forward and lower yourself down. Hug your knees in. Extend your left leg out. Hold on to your right knee. Take a breath in here. Exhale, half when we're moving pose. Pull your right knee to the outside of your right rib cage. Flex your toes. Press your left calf into your mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, supine twist, Chaturanga Parivirttanasana. Guide your right knee over to the left. Tee out your arms. And then anchor down your shoulders. Option to gaze over to the right. Take a breath in here. Exhale, twist a little more gently, organically into your spine. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hold on to your left knee this time. Extend your right leg out. Take a breath in. Exhale, half when we're moving pose. Pull your left knee closer to the outside of your left rib cage. Flex your toes. Anchor your right calf down. Take a breath in here. Exhale, supine twist. Send your left knee over to the right side. Stack your hip bones. Tee out your arms. Ground down your shoulders. Option to gaze over to the left. Take a breath in. Twist a little more on your exhale. Inhale with control. Bring your knees back to center. Exhale, full wind removing pose. Pavanamuktasana. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Tuck your chin slightly in so your shoulders, your head is rooted down. Inhale. Exhale. Happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. Grab the outside of your feet, your ankles, your calves, your thighs. And then guide your knees closer to the outside of your rib cage, of your thoracic cage. Gaze up. Option to rock from side to side. Ooh. And then draw your knees back to center. Come into a tiny, tiny, tiny ball. Squeeze every muscle one more time. Take a breath in here. Exhale, Shavasana. Kick your legs out. Extend your arms. Lower your head. Option to soften your gaze or close your eyes. Palms face up, flare your feet open, unclench your jaw, soften the space between your eyebrows. I will guide you out shortly. For now, rest. Slowly bring awareness back into your body. Take a deep, full, slow breath in. Soft, smooth exhale. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Wake up your wrists and ankles. Reach your arms up over your head. Take a deep, full inhale. Lengthen up your body. Exhale, fetal pose. Come to either right or left side, whatever side is calling you. Use your bicep as a little pillow for your head. Hug your knees in. Acknowledge your hard work, this heat you created in your body, the effort. Slowly press yourself up into an easy seat, Sukhasana. Cross your legs. Option to find a different seated position.
Bring your hands to your heart. Lift your heart higher to your thumbs. Open up your chest a little more. Take a deep inhale. Big cleansing breath out. Guide your thumbs to your third eye center. Space between your eyebrows. Seat of intuition and self-reflection. Take a deep inhale. Lengthen up your spine. Offer up. Exhale, we bow forward to seal our practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today in Sweating with